I think it makes sense that we would be here to accomplish things that make us feel good, right? Let's talk about following our dreams. What does that mean? And should we do it? And how should we do it? And why? So let's see, following our dreams. I think that our dreams are those things that we think about, that we wish to happen, things that we desire, and they can be small things and they can be big things. So a dream may be to go on a date with somebody, which is fairly simple, or it could be to marry somebody and have a whole life with that person, which is much more complex. One is a one-time event and the other one is a lifetime or a lifestyle that we are looking for. I think that following our dreams is extremely important, and I'm sure that most people would agree. Of course, there are exceptions. I think that some dreams people have are, to my discretion, not good dreams. Let's say, for example, if somebody said that their dream is to conquer the world. Well, I don't think we should follow that. I think that's a selfish dream. I think it's an aggressive dream, and I think that should be reviewed. But for the most part, dreams tend to be things that come from our heart, from what people call our truest self, and we could tie that into perhaps our dreams being our destiny, that which we are here on earth to do, right? I think it makes sense that we would be here to accomplish things that make us feel good, right? Because it doesn't make any sense that we would be forced to follow a path of pain. That's not very rewarding, and it will be very hard to follow a path that it's against our pleasure mechanisms. I think that's why a lot of people that are working on jobs they dislike have such a rough time. And often they do it because of fear, right? Fear of not having enough money, or fear of the unknown, right? Same thing with relationships. People stay in relationships because of fear, because of not wanting to be alone, or perhaps being afraid of feeling unloved. So I think that those fears are what we need to walk away from, and I think that we need to focus on our dreams of the perfect relationship, the perfect job. How do we do this? Well, first I think we need to notice what our dreams are, right? How can we go after something if we don't even know what that is? How can we work towards it if we don't have a clear idea of what we're working for? It could happen that our dreams are fulfilled by coincidence, as in me perhaps walking into a room and somebody all of a sudden saying, "Hey, do you want this job doing XYZ?" and me saying, "Wow, I do, I never thought of it." Or maybe me saying, "Well, I don't know, I never thought of it, and let's give it a try," and then I realized that was my dream. But for the most part, I think that we are supposed to feel the dreams inside of us, feel those drives, those passions, and visualize what we want, or at least let that visualization come to us, and from there work towards it. And how do we work towards it? Well, again, the most important thing I believe is to have a clear understanding of what we're looking for, so that we know when we have reached that dream that we're there. Otherwise, how could we succeed without that awareness? And I also think that the next important thing is to have some type of plan. Even if the plan is to let it come to us, I think that we need to have a mode of operandi. So some people would say, you know, the universe will provide, and they let the dream come to them through acceptance, through going with the flow. And some other people say, you know, this is my dream, so I need to work for it. I'm gonna put so much time, energy, money, resources into this dream, and I'm gonna make it happen by will, right? By me going out there and putting on the hours or the sweat. And I would say that both approaches are useful in their own field. I think people are very successful at having a fulfilling life where their dreams are manifested by them letting it flow towards them. And I think that there's also people that are very successful at working towards their dreams and putting the hours. And interestingly enough, there's also people that do not succeed at manifesting their dreams by letting them come to them, and there's people that don't succeed at their dreams by working hard on them. So what makes the difference? Is it luck? Maybe. I think maybe it could be luck. Maybe some people just have luck. Although I think that believing in luck in that way, it's very disempowering, because then if it's all coming down to luck, why work for it, right? We may say, okay, then in that case, I'm just going to wait for it to come to me, and if I'm lucky, it'll come, and if I'm not lucky, it won't come. I prefer to feel that I have power over my dreams, that I have the power to manifest, and that it all comes down to me being present with my dream, being aware of what my needs and desires are, and being aware of how situations affect me, and being able to, through awareness and through courage, to change my situations and get closer and closer to my dream or my dreams, right? Because we have many, many dreams. I think that's a more useful approach, and it's also more meaningful. I think that it, in a way, it is the path, the road towards our dreams that makes us really have meaning in this life, whether we accomplish something or not. Oh, these puppies are so cute. That's so cool. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 puppies. 4 puppies. Super cute puppies. Oh, lovely. Another interesting thing that I was thinking about is an issue that tends to happen when we're searching for our dreams, and that is conflicting dreams. I may have a dream to be an entrepreneur and make millions or billions of dollars, and at the same time I may have a dream to travel the world, and people here are super cool. Travel the world and maybe just live free, or maybe I want to be an enlightened monk sitting on a cave on the Himalayas. Maybe that's my dream. So what do we do with those conflicting dreams? I think that the most important thing is to staying present and aware to that vision, and giving it time, giving it time to mature, because sometimes we'll have a dream, or perhaps the seed of a dream, and that dream hasn't fully grown. We haven't had that full dream alive yet, so we don't really know what it is, and it's hard to search for it. This is pretty common, I think. I noticed that in the past I've done work around, trying to figure out what my passion is and what I want my life to be, and many times I came out blank. I said, well, I like to sing, but I don't know if I want to sing and write songs, or if I just want to sing other people's songs. I don't know if I want to have a band or be a one-man show, right? So those are things that I think they come with time. And what I think it's important to do is just to go after something. Instead of being paralyzed saying, oh, I'm not sure if this is what I really want, just go for it. And in the process of going for it, you'll find out if it is what you want, if it's not what you want, if you're willing to put out the work for it, or if it's too much for you and you want to settle for something perhaps a little bit simpler. I think that having the dream or the desire for a simple life, it's important too. I think that some people have dreams that are too big for them and they just don't want to put the work in. You know, I think that's important too. I think that if you have a dream of a simple life, why not, right? Why not? Again, you know, there might be conflicting dreams, and maybe you may think, well, for now I want to have a simple life, but later on I want to have a more exciting life. Or maybe the other way around. Some people, they don't want to have, you know, family, kids, you know, maybe they just want to have a party. Maybe the dream is to be free of work and free of care, and they just go and enjoy their life, and then later on they settle down, right? There's different time periods during which we can accomplish different dreams. And I also think that as we continue to follow our heart will guide us. Our heart in the present moment will guide us and will show us the way on the present moment. And sometimes the heart will say it's time to sleep. Sometimes it'll say it's time to exercise. Sometimes it'll say it's time to work. And sometimes it'll want some company. Sometimes it'll want some solitude. And I think that through following our heart, we can stay next to it and allow it to bring those pieces of the puzzle, right? To show us the way to our perhaps our ultimate destiny, our ultimate dream. So again, I'll say that the dreams that we have are really the reason why we're here, and those dreams are what give meaning to our life. And I think that the way that we go about accomplishing them is by being true to ourselves, being true to our hearts, listening to our hearts, and being willing to put out the work. I think that being patient is very, very important, and I think that that's part of what gives us the strength. I think that if we're not patient with our dreams, we might get burned out, we might be beating ourselves against a wall, or perhaps beating our heads against a door that it has not yet been opened, and it simply just needs a little more time to open up. Sometimes we don't have the keys for those doors. Sometimes other people have the keys for those doors, and we need to wait for them to come into our lives. I think that there's so much about the workings of this universe that we do not understand, and I think that patience on letting those things reveal to us, it's really perhaps the key that opens those doors. It is patience that allows us to open those doors, because without patience we may be hitting this door and feel that we're failing, and eventually we turn around and we look for something else, and we miss the opportunity for that person that's coming with the key to open the door for us. I hope you found this interesting, entertaining, useful. I surely think that it was useful for me, and I appreciate you listening to me and joining me, accompanying me in this beautiful walk around the Hawaiian jungle. I'm gonna get home soon, and I will be making myself a nice salad, or perhaps some nori wraps, which I've been enjoying lately. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.